Welcome to Chandbagh School, Physics Department, Grade 7, Lesson number 21. Dear students, in the previous lessons we have already discussed about the microorganisms and some of the useful microorganisms. Today we are going to discuss the harmful microorganisms, so the microbes and diseases. In this lesson, we will be able to understand that not all microbes are useful, but some are harmful as well, and how microbes spread diseases and how to avoid spreading diseases caused by microbes. Okay, in this uh, section, these are the some common examples of useful microorganisms which we have already discussed, like lactic acid bacteria, photosynthetic bacteria, fermenting fungi, yeast, and rhizobium and penicillin. These are useful bacteria and microbes. Some are the harmful microorganisms, which are in the form of bacteria, viruses, and parasites. These are the few examples that Salmonella species, E. coli, and Shigella species, and Bacillus, and then Listeria and Vibrio cholera, etc. Then in the viruses, hepatitis A virus, Norfolk like virus, and then parasites, Cyclospora and Cryptosporidium, etc. So these are some uh, common examples of the harmful viruses and bacteria, etc. Now, in our common life, we have seen that on the bread sometime we can see the fungus. So some fungus, some mushrooms are useful, which are multicellular, but some fungus are harmful, which are very, tiny fungus that is a unicellular. So on the bread you can see the signs of the fungus, and which is not useful, which is harmful because it spoil our food. Now, how the microbes are harmful? As we know that except for genetic and congenital factors, most of the diseases are caused by microorganisms, and these microorganisms are called pathogens. They are specially adapted to infect and multiply within a body. Some diseases caused by pathogens are polio, cholera, mumps, rabies, malaria, etc. Some microorganisms need a carrier to transmit diseases, like mosquitoes are the carrier used by the protozoan Plasmodium vivax to transmit the disease to the body. Once inside the host or the body, the plasmodium starts destroying red blood cells. This leads to other complications such as anemia, etc. Other microbes directly enter the body through contaminated food, water, air, or even just a small cut on your skin. So how we can prevent spreading these diseases? So by using common sense, following precautions can be taken. We should wash our hands, rather we should uh, be in wudu, we should be get vaccinated, we should stay at home if we have signs and symptoms of an infection. Like nowadays we are already, you see, isolated due to the coronavirus. Be smart about food preparation. It should be prepared with very conscious. Disinfect the hot zones in your residence like kitchens, washrooms, etc. So with a little common sense and proper precautions, we can avoid infectious diseases and avoid spreading them. So dear students, in the next lesson we are going to discuss some common diseases spread by the microbes. So for this lesson